The world explodes in fire and noise. One moment you're soaring above the clouds, the next your plane is shredded by enemy fire. You yank the cord, parachute opens. You're alive, but now you're drifting into enemy territory, a lone target. Every shadow could hide a soldier. You're alone, far from safety, with only what's in your pockets. You hit the ground hard, scramble up, and bury your parachute, its silk a beacon for searchers. The forest is silent. A twig snaps. You freeze, heart pounding. Training kicks in. Don't panic. Survive. You reach for your escape kit, a tiny box, your only hope. Inside tools designed by masterminds, a lifeline if you know how to use it. The sun sets. Darkness falls. You must move deeper into the unknown. Every step is a test, not just of your body, but your will to live. You're both hunter and hunted. Each sound makes you jump. This is the ultimate test. Your journey has just begun. That nightmare was real for thousands of Allied airmen in WW2s. Bombing missions were deadly. Being shot down was common. Surviving the crash was just the start. Capture, interrogation, or worse awaited. Early in the war, downed airmen were on their own. No real escape plan. Losing pilots was a huge blow. The Allies needed a solution. They realized survival could be taught and equipped. Every pilot who made it back was a victory, bringing back experience and hope. This need sparked a revolution. Survival became a science. The military studied escape routes, learned from successful breakouts, and designed tools to shift the odds. With the right kit and training, airmen became agents of their own rescue. But how do you give someone tools that are small, hidden, and powerful enough to save a life? It took creativity and a special kind of genius. Soon the Allies found the perfect person for the job. Someone who could turn everyday objects into life-saving gadgets. The story of the escape kit was about to begin. The British created MI9, a secret group tasked with helping Allied soldiers escape enemy territory. MI9 was the real-life inspiration for spy gadgets and secret operations. They built networks across Europe, saving thousands. At the heart was Christopher Clayton Hutton, Clutty, a journalist and magician's assistant turned genius inventor. Clutty saw escape tools in ordinary objects. He hid compasses in buttons, maps in playing cards, and made razor blades that pointed north. His workshop was a place of magic, transforming everyday items into instruments of freedom. MI9's tools had to be small, concealable, and multi-purpose, hidden in plain sight. Every item was tested rigorously. Lives depended on their quality. Each kit was a message. We have not forgotten you. MI9 built hope as much as tools. Their innovations changed the odds for every downed airman. And hope sometimes was the most powerful weapon of all. What was inside these kits? Every item had to earn its place. The wire saw, flexible, hidden in a trouser hem, strong enough to cut wood or metal. A tiny magnifying glass used to start fires or read detailed maps. Water purification tablets, turning any stream into safe drinking water. Fish hooks and line, turning rivers and lakes into food sources. Each tool was a masterpiece of compact design, solving a specific survival problem. Fire meant warmth, safety, and signalling for help. Clean water prevented deadly diseases. Food meant energy to keep moving. The kit was a lifeline, each piece vital. Every gram counted, nothing wasted. These tools turned ordinary men into survivors. In the wild, every advantage mattered. Lost in a foreign land, navigation was everything. A compass could mean the difference between freedom and capture, but it had to be hidden. The button compass looked ordinary, but unscrewed to reveal a tiny, accurate compass. Some buttons balanced on a pin pointed north, others used dots and the sun. Compasses were hidden in pens, shaving brushes, even magnetized razor blades. Float a blade on water. It points north. These tools gave direction and hope. Instead of wandering, airmen could follow secret routes to safety. Knowing which way was south could mean escape to Switzerland or Spain. Small hidden tech had a massive impact. Navigation tools turned lost airmen into explorers. But a compass alone wasn't enough. You needed a map, one that wouldn't give you away. Enter the silk map.
Paper maps were noisy and fragile, dangerous for an escaper. MI9's solution. Silk maps, silent, strong, and waterproof. Silk could be folded tiny, hidden anywhere, even worn as a scarf or used as a bandage. The maps were detailed, showing roads, railways, forests, rivers, and even safe houses. To the enemy, it looked like a handkerchief. To the airmen, it was a guide to freedom. Silk maps were hard to find during searches, giving airmen a crucial edge. Combined with a hidden compass, the silk map empowered airmen to navigate enemy territory. These tools turned ordinary soldiers into secret agents. The Germans eventually caught on, but many airmen kept their maps hidden. The right map and compass could mean the difference between capture and escape. With these, an airman wasn't just lost, he was on a mission. The kit gave him a fighting chance. Survival was now in his hands. The kit was ingenious, but the most important tool was the mind. Gear alone couldn't save you if you panicked or gave up. Survival depended on attitude, knowledge, and training. Airmen learned escape and evasion, how to find food and water, build shelter, and navigate by sun and stars. Training built mental toughness, a survivor's mindset. Calm, resourceful, adaptable, these traits saved lives. Stories of successful escapes inspired hope and determination. The kit supported the mind, not the other way around. Tools were useless without patience and skill. The men who made it home combined gear, knowledge, and willpower. That's the ultimate survival secret. The real escape kit was always between your ears. Never underestimate the power of a prepared mind. Abri is history, but the lessons of survival endure. Danger can strike anyone: lost hikers, disaster survivors, stranded drivers. The MI9 kit teaches us to be prepared, not paranoid. A small personal kit, fire, water, navigation, shelter, can make all the difference. Focus on essentials: warmth, safe water, signalling, finding your way. Gear is only part of the equation. Skills and mindset matter most. Don't just buy a kit, learn to use it. Practice fire starting, first aid, navigation. The skills you build are weightless and always with you. Knowledge and willpower are your ultimate assets. The airman's legacy is a call to be ready for anything. Prepare, practice, and carry confidence with you. Survival is about more than tools. It's about being ready to act. What can you do? Build your own pocket lifeline. Start small. A tin with fire starter, water tablets, whistle, knife, flashlight, bandages, cord, and a tiny compass. Think creatively, like Clutty. The best kit is the one you have with you when you need it. Don't just assemble gear, practice using it.
Learn a new skill each month. Map reading, knot tying, first aid. Know your surroundings, emergency exits, safe routes. Preparedness is a journey, not a destination. Honour the legacy of those airmen by taking control of your own safety. With the right tools and mindset, you can face the unexpected. Survival isn't luck, it's preparation and will. Build your kit, build your skills, and be ready. Stay prepared, stay alive. Your journey starts now.